conversation with B. So today we're talking about who are you? Like, who am I? So many of us spend so much time, invest so much time and effort getting to know other people. It may be someone you want to begin a relationship with, or just the people that are in our lives. We spend so much time trying to get to know them, what makes them happy, what annoys them, what drives them, what makes them angry, their character, their personality, just what type of person they are, their limits, their boundaries. We spend so much time getting to know other people. But then today's question is really, how much time have you spent getting to know yourself? If you look back over the years and where you are right now, just who are you? Are you a product of society's opinions and ideas, or are you just another member of a crowd? So many people say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. But I really strongly believe that to some extent you can't just be as exact as the next person. We are different and we are all unique. There's something about you. So who really are you then? If you are a unique individual, who are you and what have you allowed to define you? Are you just your culture or your tribe, or are you just your family's child? Are you a product of the things that you have grown up around, or the things that have surrounded you, or have you made intentional solid decisions as to who you became eventually, or who you have become eventually? Who are you? Most people have been complaining lately to say, Vama love, you can die, fika poa, people are toxic, people have hidden motives and intentions. It's really because people don't know who they are. People don't know who they are. So how do you expect them to be whole? How do you expect them to be whole beings and treat you right when they do not even know who they are? When you're alone on your own seated, how do you speak to yourself? What do you tell yourself? What do you feed on? Do you have a solid, healthy relationship with yourself? You can't have a solid, healthy relationship with someone else when you have failed to love yourself first. You have failed to heal first. You have failed to just work out and resolve everything that needs to be resolved. Important for us to get to know who we are, because when we get to know who we are, we sit down, we reflect, and we see just how much of those little toxic traits we have been entertaining over the years, how much negativity that we have been consuming, just how much of our upbringing has shaped who we are negatively. Those are some of the things that you get to work on. Those are some of the things that you intentionally choose to heal from. When you intentionally take a step to get to know yourself, you work on your habits, you work on your character, you work on the type of person that you hope to be, because you know who you are, so you know where you can be. When you invest so much time in getting to know yourself, you will eventually have healthy relationships with people, and you will choose to be in healthy relationships with people that are healthy, because when you're not healthy and whole on your own, it's very easy for you to entertain toxicity, because that's what you know. That's what you have been accustomed to, or maybe that's what you grew up with over the years. But when you decide to look outside yourself and just see your life and assess yourself, assess your behavior, and just say, who am I? What am I about? What do I stand for? When I say something, do I mean it? Do I genuinely love people without hidden motives and intentions? Do I even believe that people can genuinely love me without hidden motives and intentions? What really drives you? What's your passion? What do you stand for? How can we answer the question of who am I when we do not even realize that we're a product of something greater? The real question is, whose are you? You're a product of something greater. And when you realize that you're a product of something greater, you realize that you must be great, which means there is greatness within you. See, ultimately, we were all created to glorify God. Of course, we all have our unique callings and we all have a purpose, but ultimately, everything that you are, when you get to know yourself, what drives you, your passions, your goals, your personality, everything about you must ultimately glorify your Creator. And just getting to know who you are will give you a sense of purpose in itself. It will give you a sense of worth. When we do not even know that we are a product of something greater, it's very easy for us to entertain suicidal thoughts. It's very easy for us to allow people's opinions to break us. It's very easy for us to allow other people to define us and just write us off. But when we know that we are a product of something greater, that the Creator of the universe created us, the one that created everything out of nothing, knows your name, and He has after the realization that you are a product of something greater, then now you want to ask the questions, then who am I? Why did He form me? You see, Psalms 139 says, He saw your unformed substance while you were yet formed in your mother's womb, intricately woven. He saw you, He numbered your days. So then now you begin to question, why me? Why did he create me? Why did he take the time to make me who I am? I must have a purpose. I must be loved. In his understand and you accept that you're a product of something greater, the more of his word that you want to read, because it's in his word that he truly begins to reveal to you who you really are. You know, you get to realize that I am holy, I am chosen, I am a holy nation, a royal priesthood, I am transformed, I am a new creation. While yet I was still in sin, he died for me. I did not even choose him. He chose me. He has numbered my days. He has seen my end right from the beginning. All things work for good for all of us that love him, because he loved us first. He sent, he knew your mind daily. You begin to be transformed daily. You begin to beat your body into subjection, because you realize that you are crucified with Christ. Therefore, the life that you live, it is no longer you that lives, but it is him that lives right from the inside of you. Therefore, you surrender all your efforts, you surrender all your hurts, you surrender all your pain, because he gives beauty for ashes. You know, you give him your heavy load and all those worries, all that pain, all that childhood baggage that you've been carrying, all the parental issues that you've had, all the things that have contributed to any toxicity that you have been carrying. You begin to surrender at his throne and you say, Lord, define me, because you created me, and who else to define me than the one that manufactured me? So just surrender to him. The more we empty ourselves before him, the more he begins to define us, the more he begins to refine us, the more he begins to equip us, the more he begins to even show us what we were called to do, the more he begins to even show us even much more that we did not even know about ourselves, you know, because we surrender our weaknesses, we surrender our insecurities, we surrender our failures, we surrender our doubts, because we know that we are in this world, but we are not of this world. Greater is he who is within us. Therefore, whatever we do eventually will turn out great, because it's for a greater purpose, and everything that we do is not our own. And even just getting to know that you're a product of something greater, getting to know whose you are, will actually make you even more humble, because you realize that everything that you are is because of something greater than you. It's bigger than you. So even when you achieve what you achieve eventually, when you become great and when you do all the things that you wanted to do, you're still humble, because you know that it wasn't you, it wasn't your power, it wasn't your might, but it was by the Spirit of the living God that you became who you became. You know, so really getting to know who you are will just humble you. Getting to know who you are will give you much joy, because you realize that the joy of the Lord is your salvation. You know, when you attain salvation, it's not about happiness anymore. It's not about the external things that can make you happy, but even in season and out of season, you still have that joy. You still have that peace like a river in your soul. You surrender your end to him, because he sees the end right from the beginning. You know that you are your Father's child, and you know that to someone you are worth being loved. So it's very important for us to just take time and just reflect. Who are you? What makes you who you are? And don't forget to remember that you are a product of something greater than you. You are a product of the creator of the universe, and he loves you. He wants you whole. He wants you healed. He wants you ready for service, because you are his workmanship. You are put here on earth to be a representative of him in heaven. You know, let's really invest time in getting to know ourselves, in getting to know whose we are, and just identifying who we truly are from deep within, and just really help us become genuine people that will really help us become people that can genuinely love others and be loved by others. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe.